This is WNEP's Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. Join us for streamside adventures. Days in the field with new and old friends. It's all about making memories and following traditions. And exciting hunting experiences with interesting people. We've captured the beauty and majesty of the great outdoors, and it's all next on Pennsylvania Outdoor Life.
Hello everyone and welcome to Pennsylvania Outdoor Life. I'm Don Jacobs in front of the Pennsylvania Outdoor Life fireplace, but we certainly don't need that at this time of the year. A lot of people are taking vacation time and stuff, so we actually are going to look back at a couple of the favorite stories that we've done over the year or so. The first one takes place up in the northern tier. It's an airboat ride with Dale Bowen and D&M Charters.
D&M Airboat Charters is a 24-foot by 8-foot wide aluminum airboat with 78-inch props on it with a 454 Chevy engine pushing about 500 horse.
Okay, so you're talking about a lot of meat right there.
A lot of power, a lot of noise. It's got mufflers, but it's noisy. Props are spinning just under the sound barrier, about 700 miles an hour.
So who is the M in D&M?
D stands for Dale, and M stands for my wife, Melissa. We own the boat together. We run and operate the business right here in Sayre, Pennsylvania. I have a co-captain that runs my boat as well. His name is Mike Drake. He's also a licensed U.S. Coast Guard Merchant Marine, as I am. So, we put a lot of time and effort in this boat. Okay.
Hey, and we're off the trailer.
Yep.
So we need these, right?
Pardon?
We need these, right?
Yep. Oh
okay.
Yeah, you need the headsets. And we're ready to go.
Let's go.
We're going to be traveling anywhere from 0 to roughly 50 miles per hour. If I change the props, I can get a little more speed, but I need the power to get up on the plane. I've had up to 2,000 pounds on the boat. The boat basically rides on top of the water. We go from 0 water to 20 feet. It's a deep water boat. It's got polymer plastic on the bottom and the sides. The water sometimes gets wet when you're riding, sometimes it doesn't.
That's awesome.
We're going to let the idle down a little bit before we shut it off, but this is part of my tour.
Right.
And the people love it, especially the school teachers with their kids. This is Tioga Point.
Okay.
This is a very big historic spot in the history of...
Now what is that?
That is the Chemung River.
Oh, so that's where they meet.
We are in the middle of the Chemung and Susquehanna, right at the Tioga Point where they meet.
When I tell you, when that eagle was flying alongside of us and looked down and did one of these and did one of these, and I feel like I'm in my living room and the whole world is just going right by me. It's amazing. So when you're talking about charters, what do you mean?
I take people on the river for sightseeing tours. I take them for photography. I take some for fishing trips. A lot of people just want to go for a ride.
So how long have you had the boat? Tell me how you've been received so far.
This is the 5th year in operation. It's my 2nd boat, and I have to tell you, the general public at all, they love it. I've had people from 5 years of age to 98 years of age on my boat. Never had a complaint, not one.
You know, of all the boats, of all the things you can invest money in and jobs that you could expect to have maybe when you retire, why an airboat?
I brought this airboat to the state of Pennsylvania for several reasons. One is that a lot of people in southern New York and Pennsylvania itself may or may not ever have the opportunity to get on an airboat and go to Florida or South Carolina where they have airboats or where they're manufactured. So I figured I would bring an airboat up here. I love fishing. I love the water and river. And I really got tired of trucking a canoe back and forth in a car from one point to another. So 5 years worth of research, and it's been very well perceived. I've given hundreds and hundreds of rides on my boat.
We did stop to do a little fishing, and it was like fishing on a floating dock. And yes, I managed to land a Susquehanna smallie. There you go.
That's what it's all about.
What a great trip. What a great trip.
Not
Beautiful.
a huge one, but the river's full of them.
Full of them. You're going back in there.
Nice fish.
Yes. Dale is a combination river guide, historian, and explorer. He took time to visit an eagle's nest, look at a historic stone work wall done years ago for the railroad, and we discovered washed up parts of old buildings. He just enjoys sharing his excitement for the river. Who can go on your boat? Is there an age restriction, weight restriction? Tell me about that.
We've had up to 2,000 pounds on the boat. Anybody from the age of 7 up to 98 or 100 can go on my boat. We do have a waiver for kids that are 5 years of age or younger, and you have to provide their own life jacket, and you're responsible for your children. 5 years of age usually fall asleep on the boat. So 7 years of age and up is our criteria for the most part. I have a Facebook page. It's under D&M Airboat Charters and Fishing Trips.
And I'll tell you what, I had a blast. Thanks again, Dale. It was a great trip out there, and I was surprised how much wildlife we saw. That boat doesn't really seem to do much as far as scaring things away. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we've got tips you can use to do a little predator hunting, so stick around.